Hello dear boys and girls, it's English time, and today with you, me, Tili and our theme today is about education in the United Kingdom. Let's get it started. As I said, the theme is education in the United Kingdom. Look please on this picture. What can you see? What kind of building is this? Yes, it is a school. How can we characterize this place? A place where children go to be educated. A place where children can meet their first friends, first teachers, and first knowledge. What types of schools do you know? It can be nursery school, primary school, secondary school, state school, private school, boarding school, language school, or religious school. And now let's see all of them separately as education in the United Kingdom. Look please on these pictures. What type of school is here? Yes, it is nursery school or kindergarten. It means a school for children between the age of 3 and 5 years, staffed by suitable, qualified, and other professionals who encourage and supervise educational play rather than simply providing childcare. It is a preschool education institution, part of early childhood education. Look here please. There are pupils from primary school. In Great Britain, school begins at the age of 5. So, primary school is a school for children from about 5 to 11 years old, in which they receive primary or elementary education. It can refer the physical structure or buildings and the organization. A secondary school describes an institution that provides secondary education and also usually includes the building where this takes place. A system for secondary schooling in Britain under which children take an examination, the 11 plus, in their last year of primary education. The results of the examination determine the kind of secondary schooling each child will receive. Those with the highest marks go to grammar schools. Others may go to technical schools. And the rest, by far majority, go to secondary modern schools. Have you ever heard about GCS or GCSE? Have you heard about this? It is the certificate, the General Certificate of Secondary Education. It's taken at the end of compulsory education, at the age of 16. All students are required to take it. The results often help the students and their parents to make a choice whether they will go to college or not. Look on these two pictures, please. It is the boarding school. A boarding school provides education for pupils who live on the premises, as opposed to a day school. The word boarding is used in the sense of room and board, as they have existed for many centuries and now extend across many countries. Their function and ethos varies greatly. Traditionally, pupils stayed at the school during the term. Some schools facilitate returning home every weekend, and some welcome day pupils. The most popular schools in the United Kingdom are boarding schools. These are institutions where kids not only study, but play, eat, and live. A private school is a school that does not receive financial support from the government. If you want to study there, you have to pay for it. There are also state schools. The education there is free. According to the classification of schools by gender, education in Britain can be divided in 3 types of institutions. There are mixed schools, schools for boys, and schools for girls. Dear boys and girls, it's time for practice. Take your copybooks, pencils, and sit attentively. Let's go. Here we have a text about the school. The school in the United Kingdom. You have to complete the text about the education with words from the list. The first sentences is done. Let's do next. Think please. What we should to put there? Yes, before that, many children go to nursery school. Before that, many children go to nursery school. From the 11 to 18 years, children go to secondary school. Think please about next sentences. What have to put we there? The majority of schools in the United Kingdom are state schools, which means that they are paid for by the government and education is free. What about next sentences? Think please. The other 10% are private schools, where parents have to pay. Okay, what about next sentences? A few of these are boarding schools, where children study, eat, and sleep. Think about next sentences. There we have to put 2 words. Be attentive, please. Children at primary school are often called pupils. and children at secondary school are usually called students, as are people who are studying at university. Think about next sentences. Let's check. The person who is in charge of a school is called the head teacher. Okay, what about next sentences? The school year is divided into 3 terms. And the last word, what have we put there? If you want to go to university, you have to take exams called A-levels in your last year at school. If your results are good enough, you get a place. A person who has finished university and has a degree is called a graduate. Good job, dear guys. You did a great job on this task. And now we have a time to watch a video about boarding school in the United Kingdom. Sit comfortable, please, and let's get it started to watch a video.
Boarding at Eton's organised via 25 houses, college being the oldest and biggest of 70 students, and the 24 other houses, each containing boys from 13 to 18.
I've really enjoyed having my own room, and it's great that Eton, every single boy has his own room.
There are 10 boys in your year group in your house, so you can form quite close friendships, and only 50 boys overall. So actually, as a house, it's quite small and personable.
Throughout the year, you have 5 years in a house, and so in your first year, there are people in the years above you you can talk to and get advice from, and at this point, you have younger boys coming up, and so you get the whole range of giving advice, taking advice.
Within the house, you have the housemaster, but you also have the support of the dame. But the houses also have a number of tutors who are experienced teachers themselves. They also have support staff.
Your whole house feels like a family. I have 2 sons myself, 2 children, and I always think, before I do anything, how would I like it for my own children? And I often say to parents, I like to say that our house is not really a house, it's their part-time home as well.
Almost when I was 13, I almost decided not to come because of boarding. Because that was too terrifying. And then now every weekend that we have free, I don't go home because it's more fun staying here with friends and whatever.
What's great about Eton is that you're valued for your abilities, your talents, and particularly actually what you offer for the house. There's a real range of student backgrounds, from different social backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, and the relationships that people build are often deeper and more profound than they would be if they're at a day school.
Some houses you dine in like this one, and some you eat in the main dining hall. And for those that eat in, it's sort of homely almost, so you get down, walk downstairs to breakfast. Lunch is quite formal, but the other 2 are very relaxed.
When a boy is accepted into our house, we make an appointment for both parents, if they so wish, with their boy to come in and go through what we call the new boy pack. So we go through all the things that they need for their rooms, to make them comfortable, to make their room personalised, so that they're not coming into the house on day 1 thinking, what's going to happen to me?
I do like boarding. I like the freedom it gives you. I like the responsibility it gives you, managing your time in your own way. And also the fact that when you're around a place 24 hours a day, you just fit so much more in, and that's just wonderful for giving you the kind of experiences that make Eton the great place it is.
And let's work with some vocabulary words. Look please on the screen. One of them is not be allowed to. Look on the picture please. Here we can see the sign swimming is prohibited. When something is prohibited, it's not allowed. If you see the sign swimming is prohibited, it means stay out of the water. Our next word is be expelled. Look on the picture. Have you ever played in football? I think yes. And of course you know what means the red card. Be expelled. It means be expelled. Officially make someone leave a school or other organization. Next word is misbehave. What can you see this girl is doing? Her behavior is bad. Misbehave means to behave in unexpected or unwelcome way, like as this girl does. And the last word is cheat. Look on the picture. I think you're familiar with tests, control works, exams. When you do like as on the picture, you to violate rules dishonestly. And now we have time for practice. Sit comfortable, take your copybooks, and let's start. And here we have the task to complete the text about secondary schools in the United Kingdom. Look please on the first word that we put here. Discipline is very strict in our school. We aren't allowed to take our phones to school. And they? What should we put here? Yes, we should put here the word let. And they don't let us bring unhealthy food for lunch. Think please about next sentences and what have we put there. I think you are ready and we can check the task. Most children behave well, but if you misbehave, for example, talk too much in class, you will be punished and the teacher will probably make you stay behind after class. Think please about next two words. Where should we put them? Okay guys, let's check. If you do something more serious, like cheat in an exam, you might even be expelled. Good job guys, excellent. You did this task. Dear boys and girls, You did a great job today. Thank you very much being with me today on English Time. Never stop learning. Have a good day. Goodbye.